Hey everybody, it's Tom. I just wanted to come to you today and attempt to render a brief definition of capitalism in conjunction with a comment upon the distinction between that more formal definition and its colloquial usage. And by a formal definition, what I mean is that capitalism is a mode of production whereby resources and labor are assembled with an eye toward growth, toward expansion as an end in itself. This is actually distinct from how the term is employed colloquially. Colloquially, what you find is that the term is associated simply with people coming together and making economic exchanges unfettered by a state apparatus. And we have a kind of romantic notion of a marketplace where this happens, an exchange. And there's something certainly laudable about the idea of people having a capacity to meet and make those decisions together in a free fashion, hopefully for everyone's benefit. However, what transpires under a capitalist framework is that the motivational economy, which is implicit in the market economy, is no longer constellated to the address of specific human needs. Instead, as we already mentioned, it's constellated to subordinate the address of those needs to the idea of growth itself. And this is what is happening under capitalism as it's understood by people like Adam Smith or David Ricardo, or most acutely by Karl Marx. Now, what happens as a consequence of this transfiguration is that we are driven into an aggressive and extractive relationship with each other and with nature itself that ultimately has very serious, even disastrous consequences. And the real basis of this transfiguration is not economics itself. Economics is a second order frame which is laid over a more fundamental set of structures, which are actual social relationships, our class relationships at the end of the day. And it is in virtue of the fact that the economic framework of capitalism largely underwrites a strong class divide within societies that adopt it to make their economic decisions, that those of us who want to critique it ultimately want to ground that critique. And obviously I could go on at great length from there, but I just wanted to offer a relatively brief video, hopefully with the idea of elucidating this distinction, again, between a formal definition of capitalism and its colloquial usage. Attachment to the colloquial usage to me seems to have been quite damaging, both in terms of stymieing lots of conversation because people are using the word in different ways and they end up talking past each other, but also I feel that it fails to appreciate specifically some of the things which are amiss in our present economy. A lot of times the alternative notions are used, like corporate capitalism or something like that, as opposed to capitalism per se, with the idea that all we need is the market. If you get rid of the state, then you don't have to worry about it. Well, I'm not so certain about all that, but we're not going to try and resolve that controversy today. Go on. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. And by way of hopefully having succeeded in that clarifying remark. And I guess I rambled a bit, so it's something that's about 5:02, but I'm going to leave it there. So, I have a lengthier video in which I discuss some of the nitty-gritty particulars, and you can check that out at the link. But there you go by way of introduction. Alright, this has been Tom with a brief remark on capitalism, colloquial versus formal usage. Hopefully it was useful, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.